So now in order to put it back together, you just do the reverse. First I take the outside barrel, and this barrel. So I make sure the inside of this barrel combination is fully extended like that. Then I just lock it in place. Make sure the cable is not binding. And then on this outside barrel, there's a tab over here. This tab, this plastic tab, you use that to align with this barrel, and it will only go one way. So you just align that with that slot. Where's that? Will it show? So there's this slot over here. So you just set that tab inside there. Once again, this tab, this plastic tab right here. Line that up, and it should just insert like that. So that's the orientation. So now I'm making sure nothing's moving, everything's locked in place by holding it securely like that. Making sure that by spinning this ring, the lens is fully extended like that. Then I'm holding it in place so it doesn't move. Take two. So in order to put this lens back inside here on this inside barrel, you gotta make sure that all the slots around this barrel are all lined up. So in order to do that, this inside ring, you can spin it around, and that makes the inside go up and down like so. So what you want to do is spin this ring all the way to the right as far as it will go, like so. So that's your starting point. So you want to spin this to the left, until it's positioned like that. And this is the slot that we want to look at over here. Let me show the light. See that cutout over there inside that on the inside barrel? That's where we want that reference point would be. And that's the slot. So the slot now has a straight groove lined up. So once that's all lined up, we want this lens has 3 tabs. The one with the metal tab on it, this one, will go into this slot on the bottom. So we do that just by gently squeezing the lens barrel, or you may not even have to squeeze it. It should just slides uh, slides right in freely like so. Until it's bottomed out like that. You really have to make sure everything's lined up. And once everything's lined up, make sure nothing moves, because you have every single slot and grooves needs to be lined up for this thing to work properly. If you don't, and you put it back together, you'll find later on that the lens doesn't move right, and then things get stuck in place, and then it's hard to take it apart again. So once everything's lined up, make sure you grab it and then lock it. Make sure nothing moves. So now I take this lens, now I'm just looking for my red marker dot that I put earlier, which is right here. And then I line that up with the red marker I put on this outside barrel, so it's right over here. So now on the inside of this barrel, you could see these metal spikes. So those spikes line up with these grooves around this barrel, inside barrel. So with this ring all lined up previously, this lens now should slide into these gaps without much effort. Making sure that I've still got the red marker lined up, and it should look like that. Making sure nothing moves, and the lens orientation is like that. Now I take this barrel. Where's my red marker? I'm looking for my red marker over here. And then gently line it up, making sure nothing moves, nothing else moves. So this lens has these 3 tabs, like this one. There's 3 of them around it. So those tabs inserts into these holes on the outside barrel, 3 of them. First, inside this barrel as well, there are grooves. These grooves line up with the grooves on this barrel, so you gotta make sure that those things are lined up as well. But make sure that this barrel doesn't move while you're doing it. So a lot of things has to go right in order for everything to fit together. Just have to take it slow and be methodical. Don't rush it, or you'll have a headache later on. So once it's inserted properly, just slide in like that. With everything else intact, nothing's moved. I'm just gently inserting those tabs, those 3 tabs. And if you have to spin this outside barrel ring as far as it will go to the right until this barrel slides in properly. You shouldn't have to force anything. If all the slots are lined up, it should just fall right in. Once again, I'm gonna lock everything in place by holding this outside barrel and the ring, and that keeps it from spinning. So now everything should be locked in place, nothing spinning. And I still got my red dot markers all lined up. Now I just put in the dust shield wipers. First this plastic ring, and then the metal part. And those just inserts into the 3 slots around the outside barrel. I just press that in. Like so. So now I'm just on the outside barrel, the ring, I'm gonna spin it with using my right hand. I'm gonna spin this ring to the left, and that will make the lens barrel uh, retract. Again, do it gently. You shouldn't feel much force while doing it. And again, making sure that the cable inside this barrel doesn't get snagged up on anything and break. So I'm just spinning this this ring. Until it closes like that. Then if I want to extend the lens, I'm gonna spin the ring to the right again. Okay, now there's a bit more force. But this lens barrel should move freely, like so. Just get this thing lined up. That's how it should look. could also spin this this gear by grabbing this tab over here. And that should allow this gear to move like so. But be careful that you don't move it too much that all these lens part come falling out. So if you need to just initially get this lens start moving, just spin this part just a little bit, just like that, and then the lens extends. Now you can move it freely, but don't extend it all the way out because then it will all come flying out again. Just do it, just to test it, make sure everything's moving smoothly. So now at this orientation, make sure that this cable is pointing directly to the left. So now you need to put that in by extending the lens just enough. As I was saying, so we just extend the lens just enough until the slot over here, the L slot, is exposed. So it's wide enough for this cable to insert back in there. Back over here. And that's it. That's pretty much all there is. Well, one more step is to put this back in. So we just gently press that in there. Start out as far as it will go to the right and then just press it in. Right there, that's as far as it will go to the right. And then you just press on these edges. Now that thing should slide freely. And then insert this spring. That's it. Now we just put back the 3 gears that go in here. Okay. like so. Then you just put the imager right on top. Okay, I got the camera all put back together, and I've connected my power supply, and we're gonna power it up. First, I'm gonna just hit the play button. Look at that. No more lens error. Just gotta set the date. Okay. I'm gonna power up the main camera. Look at that. Working again. Flip this over so you could see the front. It works. Although I must say that when you first turn on the camera, when the lens comes out, it's a bit noisy than what I'm used to. And you could feel it on the camera body, that there's like a tiny shake. So I'm guessing the tracks inside those lens barrel has been, I don't know, scuffed up a bit, so it's not running smoothly. See, I can hear it and I can feel it, that there's a bit of roughness in the motion of the lens. The zooming part is smooth. It's just when the lens extends and or retracts, you could feel the vibration, or the like the gears are rough. But otherwise, the camera is working now. So there you go. I'd say this is another project completed. Yep. When I was taking apart this camera, the rubber grip that was in here, it just started crumbling. Like it fell apart. So I don't know, maybe it was exposed to some solvents or oils, but that thing just crumbled into like powder. So I just took it off, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Whether I can find a replacement or make something up in here to fill this hole. Yeah. So for anyone who's gonna try to tackle this type of a repair, my advice is just give yourself time and be patient, because I'm sure you'll have run into some troubles trying to dismantle the lens and put it back together like I did. Like I said previously, it took me about at least 5 hours trying to figure out how to take this thing apart because it was stuck. The lens was stuck, and then trying to figure out how to put it back together properly. I put it back several times, and the first few times I put it back together wrong, and the lens got stuck in, and it was hard to get it to take it apart again. And then eventually I figured out how to put it back together, and when it just goes back together correctly, everything should just go in smoothly without any resistance. All right, there you go. Thanks for watching. Until next time.